Hello. Imagine the following scenario. Marie is an IT manager. She has a worker called Gary. She needs something urgent from him. She shoots him an email, urgent in the title. No response. 10 minutes later, she sends him a Teams call. Still no response. Another 10 minutes later, another Teams call. No response. So by now Marie's thinking, well, where the hell is he? He's meant to be working. She's imagining him out jogging, maybe still sleeping. So finally, after 40 minutes, she's so frustrated, she sends him an email and says, that's it, I want you at the desk at all times during the workday. Meantime, it turns out that poor old Gary has actually been on a Zoom call with the client, and he's been frenetically trying to deal with the complex technological issue. He gets off the phone, off the Zoom call, to see the barrage of emails from Marie, and his heart sinks because frankly he's been working flat out well beyond his hours, and then he sees Marie's email. What's going on here? This is an unfortunately very typical scenario that happens with remote working because of course managers can't see that people are actually working, and so they can be very quick to assume that if a person isn't instantly responsive or immediately available, that they're actually not working. And of course, on the other side of the coin, sometimes workers themselves feel pressure to prove that they're working by being instantly available at all times. Now, this sort of always-on culture really emerged around the time that mobile phones became so widespread. And research shows that it's quite negative for people's mental health. Not only that, it doesn't really make sense from a productivity perspective. So if you think about it, if Marie was to actually put up a camera and record whether Gary is at his desk and use that to sort of micromanage his performance, is that going to get the best out of Gary? Is he really going to be doing fantastic service for his clients if he doesn't even feel that his manager trusts him enough to get on with this work? So what to do? As a manager, you need to trust your workers and then give them some autonomy, as much autonomy as is feasible in the situation, and allow them to manage themselves to focus on delivering good results. So instead of micromanaging the inputs of the work, focus on managing the outputs of the work or the results of what people do. In fact, there's an initiative called a results-only work initiative that has been introduced in many organisations and actually has been found to be very successful. And it's an initiative which basically managers say, look, we don't care when you work. We don't even care where you work, as long as you deliver the outcomes that we are looking for. Now, I'm not suggesting that you need to be as extreme as that. Sometimes it's actually necessary for people to work particular hours because of customer requirements or even because of the need for team coordination. But I am suggesting you try to give people as much autonomy over their working hours and their time as is feasible as you possibly can. Another caveat is that giving people autonomy over their working hours and managing by results doesn't mean you abandon your employees. Actually, you still need to communicate with them. In fact, you may need to communicate with them more because it's important that people know what it is that they're trying to achieve, and of course that they get the feedback about how they're going and the support that they need in order to achieve those goals. So you may actually be communicating more than ever with a focus on flexible working hours, but you'll be communicating about different things. What you won't be talking about is whether they're at their desk or not. You'll be talking about what is it that they need in order to deliver the results that you want. So don't electronically tether your workers to the desk through expectations of constant availability. Instead, trust them and give them autonomy over their hours, and then focus on the great results that they will deliver as a consequence.